What's up, Skins Nation? Welcome once again to another primetime edition of Pigskin Facts, History, and News. And I am your host of hosts, Fred Watson Jr. And unfortunately, last night, Skin fans, another week is come and gone. The end of week 3. It ended last night on Monday Night Football between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. And we didn't do it. We lost. We lost to the Bears. Final score was 31-15. And the biggest issue of this game was turnovers. Pretty much the game was from that first pick that Case Keenum threw, that pick six to Clinton. Ha 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 ha. The joke is on us. Clinton Ha Ha Dix on the Chicago Bears picked off not one pass but two passes and ran the first one back for a pick six. And when that happened, that pretty much spelled doom for our Skins, and that pretty much ended our chances of winning the game all throughout the game as we turned it over 5 times, and that spells death. Anytime you turn the ball over 5 times, that spells death, and that's exactly what happened last night. I My personal opinion, we had Clinton Ha Ha Dix, the safety. We had him on our team last year, and I was thinking to myself, and I was watching him as he ran the ball in the end zone. I'm like, wow, that was a phenomenal play. And I'm like, why didn't he play for us like that last year? I mean, this guy was getting toasted, burned. But I guess now he's in Chicago. The offseason came, and he is where he wants to be. Um, I thought on that drive right there, the play that could have been a key play but wasn't, was when Case Keenum threw the ball. He was dropped back in the pocket. He was protected. Threw the ball about 20 yards downfield. Bam! Right in Jeremy Sprinkle's hands, and he dropped it. 2 or 3 plays later, the Case Keenum throws to Trey Quinn into coverage. 3 men on him. He's by himself, and Clayton Ha Ha Dix reads the quarterback's eyes and picks it off and runs it in the end zone. That play where Jeremy Sprinkle dropped the ball could have kept the Redskins' drive alive, and they could have scored on that possession, and that might not have happened. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but didn't. So that was the case on that. The Redskins had 5 turnovers, and the Bears capitalized, and they scored 24 points off of turnovers. Take 24 points away from 31, and we got us a game. Actually, we're ahead. But unfortunately, it wasn't our night, and that's not what happened. It was 28-3 at halftime. So pretty much the game was over. Case Keenum, he finished the game 30 of 43 for 332 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not bad. But the problem was the 3 interceptions. Mitch Trubisky, Chicago Bears quarterback, they talked about how this guy has struggled. He looked flawless last night. We did get 3 sacks. Josh Norman got a sack. Matt Ioannidis and our rookie Montez Sweat recorded his first sack in the NFL last night. But other than that, Trubisky was unfazed. He threw for 25 out of 31, 231 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. And he pretty much picked our defense apart. He was doing cross routes, and he was throwing over the middle, short passes, and it was effective. And he threw one bomb to Gabriel, where they reviewed the play, and he caught it inbounds for a touchdown. And that guy absolutely killed us. He had 6 receptions, 75 yards, 3 touchdowns. Robinson, the other receiver, had 6 receptions for 60 yards. Montgomery, their running game was effective when needed. They didn't really run over us. They had 90 yards. Montgomery ran it 13 attempts for 67 yards. Pretty much at the end of the game was where most of that yardage came. But the Bears had a good plan. They were 8 of 13 on third down. We could not get off the field. We could not stop them, and they were moving the ball at will on us. As for us, we were 3-9 on third downs. The Chicago Bears' stout defense stopped us when they needed to. Like I said, Clinton Ha Dix, he had 2 interceptions last night. Khalil Mack, the great Bears linebacker, he had 2 sacks. He did his thing. On our side, Adrian Peterson ran it a little better this week, but not so much better. He had 12 attempts, 37 yards. Chris Thompson ran the ball 7 times for 29 yards. So total yardage as far as rushing the ball, we did a little improved a little better than we did the first 2 weeks. So we had 66 yards rushing. Paul Richardson, he showed up this game. Good game. He had 8 receptions, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. Chris Thompson, the speedy running back, he caught the ball 4 times for 79 yards out of the backfield. And Terry McLaurin, our rookie, who keeps striving and is impressive this year, he had 6 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown. He is the first rookie receiver in NFL history to have at least 5 receptions the first 3 games and a touchdown. Kudos to you, Scary Terry. Trey Quinn, Mr. Relevant. He had 5 catches for 30 yards. He keeps doing his thing out of the slot. So, not bad stats on our part. It just came down to pretty much the turnovers. And the Bears, they capitalized. And on defense, we couldn't stop them on third down. We couldn't get off the field. And they just pretty much scored at ease on us. Second half, we pretty much shut down their offense. They had 177 yards in the first half. Second half, they had 121 yards. First half, we had 90 yards. Second half, we had 266 yards. So, but it doesn't mean anything because the scoreboard is the final result. Both teams had 9 penalties. So, basically, there's just a lot of questions in DC right now of what's going to happen. There's one question: should we put in Haskins? I'm thinking right now, no, not right now. My personal opinion, I would say wait a couple more games, and if we end up 0-5, if we're gonna lose, then put the rookie in there and let him get some experience. Trevor, sportscaster on NBC Washington Redskins, Trevor Mayock made an interesting statement last night. He was saying that what was working for the Redskins was the short passing game. I mean, they did it early and then they quickly got away from it. And then when they got away from it, it was like everything fell apart. So what he said was interesting was they finally came back to it in the second half, but it was later in the second half when the Redskins were starting to come back. What took so long to go back to what works? What took so long? And, it's Coach Gruden, Jay Gruden. Every week, he's saying the same thing now. Well, we got to coach better, and we gotta play better, and we gotta. That's death, dude. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So, I see in the future, as far as his coaching stint in Washington, is dead and stinking. It's about to be buried, bruh. So, I mean, it's the same thing every week. We just got to coach better. Man, you've been saying this for 5 long years, and it hasn't happened. No, what you need to do is get the hell out of the way and let somebody come in that can do a much better job and turn this organization around into a winning culture. Our defense, we're doing the same thing. We're rushing 4 men, but we're not really getting the pressure that we need to put on the quarterback. Yes, we got 3 sacks last night, but there was no constant pressure. And Mitch Trubisky was just having a field day in the pocket. He was untouched. So It's like we need to be more aggressive on defense. It's like, where is the aggression? Where is the changes? We need to make changes, and they're not happening. We can't keep doing the same stinking thing and expect different results. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So on defense, they're just going to have to review the tape and communicate better. The communication is not even right now. It's 3 weeks into the NFL season, and our communication on defense is horrible. It's like, man, what are we going to have to do? Give every player a cell phone to call each other while they're playing and talk? They've got to watch the film, and they've got to find out where they're going wrong, and they've got to correct it. They've got to correct it. The communication is not there, and obviously it's showing on the field. It's showing on the field. I mean, heck, Manassas High School right now, I feel like they can beat our defense. They can beat us. Manassas High School, the way our defense is playing. So we need help. We need help. Offense, we've got to limit the turnovers. We have the Giants the next game, and I am going to do a breakdown on that game Friday, so you can catch me then. I'm just going to say we're going to have to play better. And you guys, I'm going to close it out. You guys have a good week, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Week number 4 coming up. We face the rookie Daniel Jones. Redskins, we just have to go back to the drawing board, and we got to make corrections, and we got to get a win. So, with that said, I'm going to cut it short today. You guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys Friday. Once again, it's been another edition of Pigskin Facts, History and News, and I am your host of hosts, Fred Watson Jr. Much love to you, Skins Nation. Until next time, peace.